Now I want to show you how can we deploy a smart contract on the main network or on the test network using Remix editor and Metamask plugin. So we open the Remix editor where we'll write the smart contract. We already have here a smart contract, and I'm going to deploy this smart contract on Rinkeby test network. The same procedure applies for main Ethereum network, so there is no difference. The contract compiles without error. I go to run. I must select injected Web3 because Metamask injects the Web3 library into this page that connects to an Ethereum node, to an Ethereum Rinkeby node. So I check here injected Web3. We can see here we have Rinkeby. I have 0.89 Ether. My account must have some Ether in order to be able to deploy a contract. And now I press here on deploy. The Metamask window appears. And here I can modify the gigaway I want to pay for gas, let's say 2 gigaway, in order for the contract to be mined faster. And now I submit the transaction. Here is a link to my transaction on Etherscan. I can press on it, and on Etherscan I can see that my transaction is pending. Now I wait for this transaction to be mined. The transaction has been mined. I already have 4 blocks confirmation, so my contract has been deployed. This is the address the contract received, so this is the address of my contract. When somebody wants to interact with my contract, he must generate a transaction and send that transaction to the address of my contract. Let's see how we interact with this contract. So I'll copy the contract address and back on Remix editor, and I paste the address in this edit box here and press this button. So this is the interface of my contract. So these are the functions the contract has. So set location, set price, 2 setter functions and 2 getter functions, get price and location. And for example, I want to get the location from the Ethereum Rinkeby blockchain. I press this function. The function created a call. A call doesn't cost gas, so I didn't pay a thing for this function. And the function returned the value of state variable named location. Let's see what happens if I want to modify the location. I set the new value of the location variable to LA. This function will modify the blockchain. It creates a transaction for that, and I must pay. So the Metamask window opens. I can modify the gigaway I want to pay, and I submit the transaction. Here is the link to the transaction on Etherscan, and I wait for that transaction to be mined. Okay, the transaction has been mined. We have 2 block confirmations. And now back on Remix editor, I can get the new location. So the new location is LA. All this information is on the Ethereum blockchain. The last thing I want to show you is that this transaction has been created, generated and signed by the user account created by Metamask and sent to the contract address, to the address of the contract we have just deployed. So the address that starts with 0xC7 is the Metamask account. Let's check it. We can see here that the address of the first account starts with 0xC7. As a conclusion, we can say that this transaction has been created, generated and signed by the user account and sent to the address of our contract we have just deployed.